Hi everyone. Thanks for joining this week's episode of Gay Travel for the Rest of Us. My name is Scott with Rainbow Getaways, and I started this series because I wanted to bring you some of the best travel deals, as well as keep you updated about travel trends that are happening around the world. I also bring this all to you from the perspective of a gay man who does not quite fit into the typical gay stereotype. The last week has been very busy within the travel world. There has been a lot of updates because of COVID, starting with the CDC. The first bit of news from the CDC is that they are lowering the risk of travel for those that are fully vaccinated. This is a great milestone because it will open up the travel industry more than it has over the last several months, and it's what I was predicting would happen by this summer once we started talking about regular vaccine access. The CDC has also finally started releasing additional details about the conditional sail order that was issued back in October. These updates allow the cruise lines to start coming up with the plan in order to start sailing. This is after immense pressure was placed on them by the Cruise Line International Association, the various cruise lines, independent travel agents, the governor of Florida. The updated requirements do require the cruise lines to come up with a plan for each port that they will be visiting, requiring easy access to testing and plans for those ports to ensure that everyone interacting with cruisers is safe, effectively creating a cruise bubble, as well as creating a plan to contain an outbreak on the ship if one were to occur. Now, all the independent cruise lines have already come up with those plans, allowing extra space in the medical facilities, dedicating quarantine rooms if you do happen to get sick, and they all have installed HEPA air filters to help minimize the risk of spread across the ship. The last part of the update is that the CDC has lowered the time it will take a cruise ship to get back into the water if an outbreak were to occur. Originally, it was 21 days. It has been dropped to 14, effectively allowing cruise ships to get underway a lot faster because every week is a lot of upset people for a canceled cruise and a lot of lost revenue for the cruise lines. We're also seeing a car rental crisis happening in Hawaii. Now, this is because of increased demand as travelers are starting to return to the state and needing rental cars. This stems from when COVID was first becoming a problem in 2020, and the car rental companies started selling off the inventory in order to free up revenue to stay afloat during the crisis. Because there has been a decrease in supply and the ever-increasing demand that we are now seeing, the daily average rate is approaching $1,000 for a basic car rental. The state of Hawaii has started investigating this for consumer protection issues, and they are pressuring the car rental companies to increase their supply in order to meet the demand at a much more affordable rate. As more people are becoming vaccinated here in the U.S., more countries are starting to open their borders to us without requiring a quarantine upon arrival. Croatia is the most recent country to make this announcement, allowing travelers who have completed their vaccine regimen to be able to explore their country without having to wait in a hotel or provide a negative COVID test before arrival. If you're not on Virgin Voyages mailing list, they have extended their wave offer, which provides 10% off every cabin booked, as well as up to $400 onboard credit based on the type of cabin that you select. This has been extended through the end of April, so it is a great time to book your first stateroom on Virgin Voyages. They did try to launch it last year, but unfortunately have been delayed until July, which I am hopeful that they start sailing because I am booked on the October 15th Dominican Days sailing. If you are looking for something to do this October, feel free to reach out. I'd be happy to talk to you about joining the cruise because I do have a few other friends already sailing. It's always great to have a lot of fun friends on a ship, especially one like Virgin Voyages, where there are a lot of group activities that you can do, private karaoke being one of them. The last thing that I want to announce is the first annual Bears Getaway Cruise for Charity. This cruise is out of Fort Lauderdale on the Celebrity Edge, set to sail on January 23rd of 2022. Every cabin booked through the Bears Getaway Cruise will give $50 as a donation to the Center in Orlando. The Center is an LGBT community outreach organization which has helped members of our community for the last 40 years. There will be additional opportunities to raise money for the Center through this cruise. And if you are interested in joining us or you would like to learn more, check out www.bearsgetaway.com, and I've included the link down below in the comments. Thanks for watching this week's episode of Gay Travel for the Rest of Us. I hope you found this information enlightening, and if there's any topics that you'd like to see me cover in the future, please feel free to add them to the comments. And if you're looking to travel in the near future, or you want to just start dreaming about one, always reach out to me. I love talking to travelers about their dream vacations and helping to make them happen. And lastly, if you haven't already subscribed, please do so. I appreciate every follow that we get. It helps me grow. And remember, keep it happy, keep it classy, and keep it gay.